Do you know where success really begins? Not in your bank account, not in your office, not even in your college degree, but right here, backhand index pointing right in your mind. Every champion, every billionaire, every game changer started with just one thing: a winning mindset. This book, Success Starts in Your Mind, How to Think Like a Winner, will take you on a journey inside the psychology of success. Let's start. Chapter 1: The Power of Mindset. Every great achievement in history began in the human mind. Before airplanes ever flew in the sky, they first existed in the imagination of the Wright brothers. Before the smartphone changed the world, Steve Jobs had already visualized it in his mind. This is the truth about success. It always starts as a thought before it becomes a reality. But here's the challenge. Most people underestimate the power of their own mindset. They think success is about luck, family background, or opportunities. While these things can help, they are never the deciding factor. What truly separates winners from the rest is how they think. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck introduced two powerful ideas: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A person with a fixed mindset believes their intelligence, talent, and abilities are limited. They avoid challenges, fear failure, and give up easily. A person with a growth mindset believes they can improve through effort and learning. They see challenges as opportunities to grow, embrace mistakes as lessons, and persist until they win. For example, imagine two students facing a difficult math problem. One says, "I'm just not good at math. I can't do this." That's a fixed mindset. The other says, "This is tough, but if I practice more, I'll get better." That's a growth mindset. Guess which one is more likely to succeed? How winners think differently. Winners are not always the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to let limiting beliefs control them. Where others see problems, winners see possibilities. Where others stop, winners keep going. Take Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Did he call himself a failure? No. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." That is the mindset of a winner. Shaping your mindset. The good news is that your mindset is not fixed. You can train it like a muscle. Start by paying attention to your thoughts. Replace "I can't" with "How can I?" Replace "I failed" with "I learned." Replace "This is too hard" with "This is a chance to grow." Every time you choose growth over limitation, you strengthen your winning mindset. Key takeaway: your mind is either your greatest friend or your biggest enemy. If you think like a winner, you will act like a winner, and sooner or later, you will live like a winner. Success is not something you chase, it's something you attract by the person you become inside. Chapter 2: Vision Creates Reality. Before anything exists in the physical world, it first exists in the mind as a vision. Every invention, every company, every achievement started as an idea that someone believed in strongly enough to pursue. Vision is the bridge between the mindset of success and the actions that create success. Why vision matters. Without vision, life becomes directionless. Imagine sailing a ship without a destination. You'll keep moving, but you'll never reach anywhere meaningful. Winners are different. They know where they want to go, even if the path is uncertain. Vision gives you clarity. You know what you're working toward. Motivation. When challenges come, your vision reminds you why you started. Focus. It filters out distractions and keeps you aligned with your goals. Real-life example: Walt Disney. Before Disneyland existed, Walt Disney carried around drawings and plans, showing people a magical place that no one else could see. Banks rejected him more than 300 times, saying his idea was unrealistic. But his vision was so powerful that eventually, it became one of the most visited and loved places on Earth. That's the strength of vision. It allows you to see the invisible and make it visible. The science of visualization. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders all use visualization to prepare for success. Research shows that when you vividly imagine yourself performing an action, your brain activates in the same way as if you were actually doing it. In other words, the brain doesn't always distinguish between reality and imagination. That's why Olympic athletes imagine themselves crossing the finish line before the race. That's why top speakers rehearse in their minds before stepping on stage. Visualization is mental training that prepares you for real-life victory. How to build your own vision. 1. Define your dream. Ask yourself, what do I really want in life? Not what others expect, but what excites you. 2. Be specific. Don't just say, I want success. Define what success looks like for you: career, health, relationships, lifestyle. 3. Write it down. Put your vision on paper. A written vision has power. 4. Visualize daily. Close your eyes. Imagine your dream life in detail. What you see, hear, feel. 5. Take small steps. Vision without action is fantasy. Start moving toward your dream, even if it's just one small step each day. Key takeaway. Vision is the seed of success. Without it, you wander. With it, you walk with purpose. Winners don't just live day by day, they create their future twice. First in their mind, and then in reality. Chapter 3. Self-belief, the foundation of winning. If vision is the map that shows you where to go, then self-belief is the fuel that keeps you moving forward. Without belief in yourself, even the clearest vision will remain just a dream. Why self-belief matters. The truth is, the world will always doubt you. People will question your ideas, laugh at your dreams, and even remind you of your weaknesses. If you don't believe in yourself, their doubts will crush you. But if you have strong self-belief, their doubts will only push you to prove them wrong. Winners understand this secret. You must be your own biggest supporter before anyone else believes in you. Real-life example. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was born into poverty, faced abuse as a child, and was even told she didn't have the right look for television. But she believed in her ability to connect with people through words and empathy. That belief transformed her from a struggling young woman into one of the most powerful and respected media personalities in the world. The role of self-talk. The way you talk to yourself shapes your belief. If your inner voice keeps saying, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, your confidence shrinks. But if you train your mind to say, I will find a way, your courage grows. Backhand index pointing right. Here's a simple truth. Your mind believes whatever you tell it repeatedly. That's why affirmations, journaling, and positive self-talk are not just feel-good practices, they are mental training tools. Overcoming limiting beliefs. Most people carry invisible chains called limiting beliefs. These are negative assumptions like, I'm not smart enough. I don't deserve success. People like me can't achieve big things. These are lies you've accepted over time, maybe from childhood experiences, society, or failures. To build self-belief, you must challenge these lies with truth. Replace I'm not smart enough with I can learn and grow. Replace I don't deserve success with I have the same right as anyone else to achieve my dreams. Practical ways to build self-belief. 1. Celebrate small wins. Every time you achieve something, no matter how small, acknowledge it. Success builds confidence. 2. Surround yourself with encouragers. Spend time with people who uplift you, not those who tear you down. 3. Learn continuously. The more skills you gain, the more confident you become. 4. Take action despite fear. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after action. Every step you take makes belief stronger. Chapter 4. Positive thinking and resilience. Every journey to success is filled with roadblocks, failures, rejections, delays, and unexpected problems. The difference between people who quit and people who win is not that winners never face difficulties, but that they know how to stay positive and bounce back when life knocks them down. Why positive thinking matters. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles. It gives you the strength to keep moving when others stop. Think of it like this. Two people face the same storm. One says, "This storm will destroy me." The other says, "This storm will pass, and I'll come out stronger." Who do you think survives? The one with resilience. The power of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bend without breaking, to fall and rise again. Winners treat failure as feedback. Instead of saying, "I lost," they say, "I learned." Thomas Edison once said after many failed attempts to create the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That mindset is what kept him going until he succeeded. Real-life example, J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, J.K. Rowling was a single mother living on welfare. Her manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers. Many people would have quit after so many rejections. But she believed in her story, stayed positive, and kept going. Today, her books are among the best-selling in history. How to build positive thinking and resilience. 1. Reframe failures. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" 2. Practice gratitude. Every day, note 3 things you're thankful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's possible. 3. Stay solution-focused. When problems arise, immediately ask, "What can I do about it?" 4. Keep perspective. Remember, most challenges are temporary. Don't let a bad day make you think you have a bad life. 5. Build emotional strength. Meditation, journaling, and breathing exercises help you stay calm under pressure. Chapter 5. Habits of a Winner's Mind. Mindset, vision, and self-belief are powerful, but they mean little without consistent daily action. Success is not built in one big moment. It is shaped in the quiet routines and small choices you make every single day. Winners know that habits decide destiny. Why habits matter. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Habits are powerful because they run on autopilot. Once formed, they no longer require willpower. They shape your life silently, either pushing you toward success or pulling you away from it. Backhand index pointing right winners don't wait for motivation. They build habits that make success automatic. Daily habits of a winner's mind. 1. Morning routine of clarity. 2. Reading and learning. Most winners are lifelong learners. Even 15 to 30 minutes of reading daily compounds into massive knowledge over time. Reading expands the mind, sparks creativity, and keeps you ahead. 3. Goal setting and reflection. Every day, winners review their goals. They write down their top 3 priorities and focus on them. At night, they reflect, "What did I do well today? What can I improve tomorrow?" 4. Health discipline. A winner's body is as important as their mind. Exercise, good nutrition, and sleep are non-negotiables. Energy is the foundation of productivity. 5. Gratitude and positivity. Even during tough times, winners practice gratitude. This habit keeps their mind focused on abundance instead of scarcity. 6. Taking consistent action. Winners don't wait for the perfect time. They take small steps daily. Over time, small consistent actions build extraordinary results. Real-life example, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest investors, still follows simple daily habits, reading 500 pages a day, thinking deeply, and avoiding unnecessary distractions. His success is not from sudden luck, but from disciplined habits repeated over decades. How to build habits that stick. Start small. Begin with tiny steps, 5 minutes of exercise, 1 page of reading. Anchor to existing routines, attach new habits to old ones, read after breakfast, right before bed. Track progress. Use a journal or app to measure consistency. Reward yourself. Celebrate small wins to reinforce habits. Chapter 6. Focus and mental clarity. In today's world, focus is more valuable than gold. We live in an age of distractions, endless notifications, social media feeds, emails, and noise everywhere. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, but because they lack focus. Winners know that focus is their superpower. Why focus matters. Focus is the ability to direct your mind toward what truly matters and shut out everything else. Without focus, your vision gets blurry. Your habits lose direction. Your progress becomes slow. With focus, you achieve more in less time. You think with clarity and make better decisions. You gain a calm and powerful mind. As Bruce Lee once said, the successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. The cost of distraction. Studies show it takes the brain around 23 minutes to regain deep focus after a distraction. That means every time you check your phone or switch tasks, you lose precious energy and productivity. Winners protect their focus like a treasure chest. Real-life example: Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. When asked to share the single most important factor behind their success, both Bill Gates and Warren Buffett gave the same one-word answer: focus. They understood that saying yes to everything dilutes power, but saying no to distractions sharpens results. How winners build mental clarity and focus. 1. Prioritize deep work. Schedule distraction-free time for your most important tasks. Even 2 hours of deep work daily can change your life. 2. Limit digital distractions. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use apps or timers to block social media during work. 3. Practice mindfulness. Meditation, deep breathing, or even a short walk clears mental clutter. A clear mind focuses better. 4. Single-tasking over multitasking. Multitasking feels productive but reduces efficiency. Winners finish one thing with excellence before moving to the next. 5. Declutter your environment. A messy desk equals a messy mind. Keep your workspace clean to improve concentration. 6. Protect your energy. Sleep, exercise, and proper nutrition are essential. A tired body cannot produce a focused mind. Daily focus ritual example. Morning. Write down top 3 priorities for the day. Work in 50 to 90-minute deep focus blocks. Short breaks to recharge. Evening. Reflect. Did I focus on what truly mattered? Chapter 7. Embracing challenges and risk. Every path to success is filled with uncertainty. Challenges will test your patience. Risks will make you doubt yourself. Many people stop here, afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of losing what they already have. But winners are different. They don't run away from challenges, they run toward them. They understand that growth lives on the other side of fear. Why challenges are opportunities. A challenge is not a wall meant to stop you. It's a doorway meant to make you stronger. Every time you face difficulty, you build new skills, resilience, and confidence. Winners don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" They ask, "What is this teaching me?" The nature of risk. Risk is not about being reckless. It's about making bold moves with careful thought. Playing safe may feel comfortable, but it rarely leads to greatness. If you never take risks, you never leave your comfort zone. And if you never leave your comfort zone, you never grow. Real-life example: Elon Musk. When Elon Musk sold PayPal, he could have retired as a millionaire. Instead, he invested almost all his money into Tesla and SpaceX, both considered extremely risky ventures at the time. He was close to bankruptcy, but he didn't quit. Today, those same companies are worth billions and are changing the future of technology. His willingness to take risks created innovation that others were too afraid to attempt. How to embrace challenges and risk like a winner. 1. Reframe fear. Instead of seeing fear as a warning, see it as a sign that you're growing. Fear often means you're moving toward something meaningful. 2. Take calculated risks. Winners don't jump blindly. They analyze, prepare, and then act with courage. It's not about removing risk, it's about managing it. 3. Expect failure as a teacher. Not every risk will succeed, and that's okay. Each failure is feedback that sharpens your future decisions. 4. Start small, then grow. Begin with small risks, starting a side hustle, speaking in public, investing in learning. As you win small battles, your confidence grows for bigger ones. 5. Develop a growth attitude. Ask, how can this challenge prepare me for my bigger goals? This transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Daily practice for courage. Each day, do one thing that scares you a little. It could be starting a conversation, pitching an idea, or trying something new. Over time, your comfort zone expands, and fear loses its grip. Key takeaway: challenges are not roadblocks, they are training grounds. Risks are not threats, they are opportunities disguised as uncertainty. Winners don't avoid difficulties, they transform them into the very foundation of their success. Chapter 8. Surround yourself with winners. There's a famous saying, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." Your environment silently shapes your mindset, habits, and destiny. You may have the strongest vision and belief, but if you surround yourself with negative, lazy, or toxic people, they will slowly pull you down. Winners understand this truth. Your circle decides your ceiling. Why your circle matters. Humans naturally adapt to the people around them. If your friends complain all the time, you'll start complaining. If your colleagues settle for average, you'll stop pushing for excellence. But if you spend time with dreamers, doers, and achievers, their energy will inspire you to rise higher. Backhand index pointing right, simply put, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Real-life example, Steve Jobs and Apple. When Steve Jobs started Apple, he didn't work alone. He surrounded himself with talented, passionate people like Steve Wozniak, who complemented his vision with technical brilliance. Without the right team, Jobs' ideas might have stayed just ideas. With the right circle, they became world-changing innovations. How to build a circle of winners. 1. Evaluate your current circle. Ask yourself, do the people around me inspire me or drain me? Keep those who push you to grow, and limit time with those who pull you down. 2. Seek mentors. A mentor is someone who has already walked the path you want to travel. Learning from their experience saves you years of mistakes. 3. Network with purpose. Attend events, join groups, or engage in communities where growth-minded people gather. Build relationships, not just contacts. 4. Be around positivity. Winners radiate energy, encouragement, and solutions. Surround yourself with people who believe in possibilities, not limitations. 5. Be a winner for others. It's not only about finding winners, it's also about becoming one. Inspire, uplift, and support others. A true winner creates more winners. Practical tips. Follow leaders online who share wisdom and positivity. Join mastermind groups or book clubs with growth-minded people. Limit gossip, negativity, and toxic conversations. They poison your mind. Key takeaway. Success is never a solo journey. The people you walk with decide how far you go. Winners know they need a circle of encouragement, challenge, and inspiration. Choose carefully, because your circle can either be your prison or your launch pad. Chapter 9. Gratitude and Abundance Thinking. One of the greatest powers of a winner's mind is the ability to stay thankful and think in terms of abundance. Most people live in a scarcity mindset, always comparing, always worrying about what they don't have. Winners, on the other hand, live in an abundance mindset. They focus on what they do have, they appreciate it, and they believe there's always more to create, share, and achieve. The science of gratitude. Modern neuroscience shows that gratitude literally rewires your brain. When you practice gratitude daily, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, feel-good chemicals that improve mood, reduce stress, and increase motivation. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to possibility, making you more creative and resilient. The power of abundance thinking. Scarcity says, if someone else wins, I lose. Abundance says, there's enough success, love, money, and opportunity for all of us. Scarcity closes doors. Abundance opens them. Winners know that life is not a competition against others. It's a journey of becoming the best version of yourself. Real-life example, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, one of the world's leading motivational coaches, often says that gratitude is the foundation of joy and success. He begins each day with a simple gratitude practice, thinking of 3 things he's deeply thankful for. He believes that when you live in gratitude, fear and anger cannot survive. This practice keeps him energized and focused, no matter how big the stage or challenge. How to practice gratitude and abundance daily. 1. Gratitude journaling. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big, your family, health, or small, a cup of tea, a kind smile. 2. Gratitude in action. Thank the people around you, friends, family, colleagues. Small acts of appreciation create stronger bonds. 3. Visualize abundance. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, say, how can I create more value to achieve this? Abundance thinking shifts your brain toward solutions. 4. Celebrate others. Winners are not jealous of other people's success, they are inspired by it. When you celebrate others, you attract more positivity into your own life. 5. Give to grow. Share knowledge, kindness, or resources without fear of losing. Giving is the fastest way to feel abundant. Chapter 10. Continuous Learning and Adaptability. The world is changing faster than ever before. New technologies, new industries, new opportunities, and also new challenges are appearing every single day. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. That's why winners never stop learning and adapting. They know that the moment you stop growing, you start falling behind. Why lifelong learning is essential. Knowledge is like compound interest. The more you invest in it, the greater the returns over time. Winners treat learning as a daily habit, not something that ends after school or college. Backhand index pointing right. Ordinary people say, "I already know enough." Backhand index pointing right. Winners say, "There is always more to learn." Adaptability, the secret to staying relevant. It's not the strongest or the smartest who survive, it's the most adaptable. The ability to adjust, reinvent yourself, and embrace change separates winners from losers. History is filled with businesses and people who failed because they refused to adapt. Blockbuster laughed at Netflix. Kodak ignored digital photography. Both collapsed because they clung to the past instead of learning for the future. Real-life example, Satya Nadella. When Satya Nadella became CEO of Microsoft, the company was struggling to stay relevant in the new tech era. Instead of clinging to old ways, he embraced a culture of learn it all instead of know it all. Under his leadership, Microsoft shifted to cloud technology, adapted to modern needs, and became one of the most valuable companies in the world. How to become a lifelong learner and adapter. 1. Read daily. Even 20 to 30 minutes of reading builds a wealth of knowledge over time. Books, articles, and biographies expand your thinking. 2. Stay curious. Ask questions. Explore new ideas. Instead of saying, "This is not for me," say, "What can I learn from this?" 3. Learn new skills regularly. Whether it's coding, communication, leadership, or a new language, keep challenging your brain. 4. Seek feedback. Winners are not afraid of criticism. They see it as a tool to improve. 5. Embrace change. Don't resist change. Study it, adapt to it, and use it as a chance to grow. 6. Surround yourself with learners. Being in an environment where people value learning will inspire you to keep upgrading yourself. The growth equation. Learning plus adaptability equals future security. When you keep learning, no change can destroy you, because you can always reinvent yourself. Key takeaway. Winners are students for life. They never settle, never stop growing, and never let fear of change hold them back. Continuous learning makes you wise, and adaptability makes you unstoppable. Together, they guarantee long-term success. Chapter 11. The Winner's Action Plan. You've built the mindset, created your vision, strengthened self-belief, developed habits, focused your mind, embraced challenges, chosen the right circle, practiced gratitude, and committed to learning. But here's the truth. None of this matters unless you turn it into action. Dreams without action remain dreams. Winners know that success is not just about thinking, it's about doing. That's why they build a clear, consistent, and practical action plan. Why you need an action plan. Without a plan, you drift. Without clarity, you waste energy. An action plan gives you direction, structure, and momentum. It transforms goals from someday to today. Backhand index pointing right vision tells you where to go. Backhand index pointing right belief tells you you can go. Backhand index pointing right an action plan tells you how to go. The blueprint of a winner's action plan. 1. Set clear goals, the what. Define exactly what you want. Not, "I want success," but "I want to start my business within 6 months," or "I want to write a book this year." Goals must be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. 2. Break it into small steps, the how. Big goals can feel overwhelming. Break them into smaller, daily or weekly tasks. Example, write a book, write 500 words per day. 3. Create a timeline, the when. Winners set deadlines. A goal without a timeline is just a wish. Use calendars, planners, or apps to track progress. 4. Prioritize daily, the focus. Every morning, ask, what are the top 3 things I must do today that will bring me closer to my goal? Focus on progress, not perfection. 5. Track and adjust, the review. Winners review their plans weekly. If something doesn't work, they adjust instead of quitting. Flexibility keeps momentum alive. 6. Stay accountable, the support. Share your goals with a mentor, coach, or accountability partner. Accountability doubles your chances of following through. Real-life example, Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, didn't just dream of winning medals. He had an exact daily action plan, swimming for hours, strict routines, and mental rehearsals. His plan was so detailed that even when races got tough, his body and mind automatically knew what to do. That's the power of a clear action plan. Key takeaway: a winner's action plan turns ideas into results. It's not about massive leaps, but small consistent steps, repeated daily. Remember, discipline beats motivation, and action beats intention. Chapter 12. Living like a winner every day. Success is not just reaching one big goal. True winning means living a balanced, fulfilled, and meaningful life every day. A winner doesn't just work hard, they live with purpose, joy, and contribution. Many people achieve money or fame but still feel empty. That's because real winning is not about what you get, but about who you become and how you live. What living like a winner means. 1. Health as the foundation. Winners know that without health, nothing else matters. They eat well, exercise, and protect their energy. Physical strength fuels mental strength. 2. Relationships that matter. A true winner doesn't win alone. They invest in family, friends, and meaningful connections. Success without love is an empty victory. 3. Daily purpose. Winners wake up with a reason. Even small tasks are done with intention. They ask, how can I grow, and how can I contribute today? 4. Balance of work and life. They chase goals, but also know when to rest, recharge, and enjoy the journey. Balance prevents burnout and keeps success sustainable. 5. Contribution beyond self. The greatest winners are givers. They use their success to help others, to inspire, and to leave a legacy. True fulfillment comes when your life makes a difference. Real-life example, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, yet came out not with hatred, but with forgiveness and vision. He didn't just achieve political victory. He lived as a winner every day, by inspiring hope, building peace, and showing the world the power of resilience and love. Daily practices of living like a winner. Start the day with gratitude. Move your body. Health is wealth. Focus on your top priorities, not distractions. Spend quality time with loved ones. End the day by reflecting, did I grow? Did I give? Did I live with joy today? Key takeaway. Living like a winner is not about waiting for someday. It's about how you think, act, and feel today. True success means health in the body, peace in the mind, love in the heart, and purpose in the soul. And so, we come to the end of this book. But in truth, this is not the end. It is the beginning of your journey. You've discovered that success is not luck, not chance, not only hard work. It begins with your mindset. Backhand index pointing right, it starts with a clear vision. Backhand index pointing right, it grows with belief, discipline, focus, and resilience. Backhand index pointing right, it flourishes with gratitude, adaptability, learning, and action. Backhand index pointing right, and it shines brightest when you live with balance, purpose, and contribution every single day. The real message of this book is simple yet powerful. Winners are not born. Winners are made, through thoughts, choices, and daily actions. Now, the question is not, what did you learn? The real question is, what will you do with what you've learned? Because knowledge is potential power, but action is real power. So, starting today, choose to think like a winner, live like a winner, and inspire others by being a living example of what's possible. Remember this: success starts in your mind, but it lives in your actions. Your winning journey starts now. Rock it.